Hello everyone, and welcome back to another quick video. Now this one is just a walkthrough of a little folio I've been working on. Now if you've been following my channel, you've noticed I might have fallen for the Savana papers by Stamperia. So I've already made a folio with these, and I'm working on another album using the papers. So I needed one of the lion papers. So I had an extra pad of this. And I've been working with the background papers too. So what I've done is, with a couple of sheets that were left over, I've actually made this giraffe folio. And this is using my Arthur Folio kit and tutorial, which I designed for the Cool Cats. Now, if you haven't heard of my Arthur Folio, what it was a cover kit which you could buy, which had the MDF cover, some gorgeous archetype, which is the Cool Cats album spine cover tape, which is like a velvety material feel. Very strong, very strokeable. You could just carry on just feeling it like this for ages. But it's a very luxurious way of covering your albums. So in the kit, you had your MDF, as I said, this lovely extra wide archetype, and a pen, so you could edge your MDF, so that we've got this black edge rather than our MDF showing, which you can see there. And also some spacers to make lining your hinges easier. So I'll have a link down below for the Arthur Folio kits. Now, if you've bought one with the spacers and the pen, you obviously don't need them every time. So you can just buy the covers and archetype as well. So I'll link to the kits. Hopefully they've still got some available. And I used from the main paper pad. Where is the lion, giraffe one now? There it is. My giraffe paper. And this background paper then I couldn't use because I was using the front. So I did get that strip from the back of that one. So instead of using that, I actually went to my background papers and I had a look. I could have used more of the giraffe, but I thought then it would have been a bit samey. So what I've actually done is gone for this one as well, because it had some of the nice same browns to match. So I used that one sheet. I used the one giraffe sheet, and I think I managed to get some more bits out of the top of this bit as well for some of the bits. But if you find you haven't got enough, there is another sheet in the background papers as well. So I think if you've got 2.5 12 by 12 sheets, you will have plenty to cover the Arthur Folio. Now, as I said, this is already a tutorial on my channel. So when you have a look in the description below, I'll have linked to the playlist for the Arthur Folio, so you can see each little bit in turn. So the Arthur Folio was a mix and match or pick and mix type project where I show you 4 different places for 6x4 photos. And if you've got one you really like, they're all exactly the same size. So if you could just do 4 of this one. Or if you really like this one, 4 of those. If there's 2 you like, you could just have one of these here and here, and one of these here and here. Really mix and matchable. And because I've done it to maximize papers as well, as I said, only 2.5 sheets of 12 by 12. Your 6x6, your 12 by 12 papers cut in half is 6 will fit here. So everything is very cost effective and interchangeable. And you can see how these 2 papers actually worked really well together. I really like that tribal one. So once you've opened it, you've got that giraffe front, you've got that giraffe and your Savana African theme running through. So let's start top left. I've done one of my corset closures here. So this again is using those folio strip dies from Coolkatz, which cuts 6 of them in one go. And then just done 3 of them, and then taken the corset string back and forwards. And then it opens up, and I've got some more of that giraffe and the tribal paper here. And then you just tuck your cord in between your folio bits. Now you can see I've used this folio closure on every one of them today, but it doesn't mean you can't use magnets or any swing closures, whatever you want. So that's that deep pocket. This then is our cool slider photo wallet. Also, it said 6x4 photos fit in there. Here, you open it up, and this slides out. And you open it up, and you can put a 6x4 photo there. Then, you can open it up again, and you've got room for 2 more 6x4s. And on the back, you can either put some more of your decorative paper, if you've got some, or if you want to save it, you've got another room for 6x4 photos there. Now, what I could have done is taken like a gold pen or a white pen. I think white might have clashed a little bit, but gold would have been nice, and just done some dots and dashes and doodled around the edges to show and mount them. But if you wanted to put 4x4 photos into this, you could just put a space there for 4x4 and just put a little strip of your decorative paper. I think I've done that in one of them. So that slides out, but also then you slide out here. So we've got room for 1, 2, 3, 4 photos there and 4 here. So this little slot here has got room for 8 photos. And then again, I've just used my folio closure just to tie it up, and that just pulls them together. But magnets would work equally there. So let's head over to the right hand side. And this is one of my flip books. Now I've done a video for the flip book as a standalone as well. So if you wanted to just make 4 flip books, you could go ahead and do that, because each of these, as I said, are the same size. Now the flip book is basically just a flip in book with room for 6x4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos there. And again, if you wanted to put 4x4 photos, you could. And you could just add a little bit of your decorative papers just to fill in the gap. And again, another little folio closure. And the last one then is, if I bring it closer, you'll be able to see, it's a deep pocket again, but with an acetate front. And again, a folio closure by there, and room then just to stack your 6x4 photos inside there. So let's just close this up. So I said this is a perfect album if you wanted to make something with a couple of sheets you got left over from your larger projects, which we all seem to have, and you just don't want to throw them away. The Arthur Folio is a perfect idea. But I did say, if you needed a bit of extra, rather than cut into another 12x12 sheet, or if you haven't got any scraps left, the Arthur Folio is also perfect if you've got the collectibles by Stamperia, because these are 6 inches wide. So if you did need to line the inside of that pocket or something, if you've got one of these sheets left over, that would be excellent, because we have got those giraffes again there. On the front, they do fit up to there as well. So if you've got one of them, you could make the folio out of your collectibles. If you wanted to add a little bit more details, you could use some of the die cuts but I wouldn't stack them too high. If you've got the magnets, they'd be flatter, but because we've got this depth here, you wouldn't want to pile up a lot further, otherwise your folio isn't going to close nicely. But a couple of ones where they're not going to interfere with the other side, so down here will be fine, because when you close it, it's not going to hit there. Up the top here would be fine, or just straight on top there. If you wanted to add some of the die cuts, or even your chipboard, so you can make some extra little tuck spaces somewhere. You can really take your 2 sheets even further just by adding some extra bits. So if you do want some of these papers, I got mine from intocraft.com. Again, I'll add a link to their shop below. And yeah, I got the die cuts, I got the chipboard, I got the collectibles. All of these came from Intercraft. So yeah, so make sure you head over to theirs. And as I said, links below for Intercraft and Cool Cats. 2 excellent small businesses which really offer great customer support and go above and beyond for their customers. So, hope you liked the giraffe, Arthur Folio. If you did, please give me that thumbs up, or even better, write some comments down below. And if you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. And if you want to be notified of future projects and tutorials, just make sure you hit that bell next to the subscribe button so that you'll be notified of what's to come. So, thanks for watching the walkthrough. And I'll see you all again soon.